Now it's time for me to forget about FPL for a second and move on to UCL Fantasy. In Matchday 5, which feels like a lifetime ago now, I scored 113 points and I'm up to 5,000th overall. Pretty happy with that rank considering it's my first season. And in this video, I'm going to talk through my team for Matchday 6. Alright, we'll have a quick look to kick off at just how my team got on. So like I said, 113 points in Matchday 5, 5k overall. I did play my Limitless, and it went pretty well. Couple of absolute goats in my team, namely Kenda from, I don't know quite how to pronounce it, from Sporting. I remember him from Matchday 1 when I didn't play my Limitless, but I knew I was wildcarding in 2, so I basically had a Limitless. I picked him because Sporting had really good odds in that game in terms of clean sheets and projected goals, and I knew he'd play a really advanced position. That's obviously what happened in Matchday 5. Very happy with his returns alongside Di Lorenzo from Napoli as well. My mate Robert from Copenhagen, I saw that they had their really good fixture, and I thought, well, I want to get some Copenhagen assets in my team. He came away with a 15-pointer. Trincao from Sporting did the same. Kvaratskhelia from PSG. Turns out Vitinha was the one to go for. I think he scored a hat-trick, if I remember rightly, in that game. I'll take my 6 points. And then we had Mbappe, who scored, to be fair, a majority of my 113 points as my captain with 44. This Limitless, and the points I scored from it, put me in 5,000th overall, which, gotta say, I'm really happy with. So don't get me wrong, 5k overall is all well and good, but I look at my team for Matchday 6, the team that I'm staring at in the game at the moment, and I gotta say, I'm not massively happy with it. So we've got Real Madrid and Man City obviously playing each other. I've got Mbappe and Haaland both up front. Could I sell them? I could potentially go for Harry Kane with the form that he's in. I'm also looking at Esposito, who I brought in a couple of game weeks ago as a one-week punt for the Inter fixture. I can't remember who they played. It was at Kairat, where they just had a ridiculously easy fixture. And I saw he was cheap, probably going to start, so I picked him. Not too happy with my front three. And I've also got 3 injured defenders. And also, I don't think my midfield is ideal. Like, Çalhanoğlu against Liverpool does not fill me with a whole... Well, actually, so it doesn't fill me with confidence. Inter, to be fair, with the form that Liverpool were in, could actually get something out of that game. So maybe taking out Çalhanoğlu is not a massive priority. But we'll have a look anyway. My transfer decisions so far this season, you might hate me for this, but I think it just shows the strength of these models. And to be fair, using a model to help you in fantasy football, there's nothing wrong with that. What we've got here is my favourite from FPL Schaden, and I'll leave a link in the description to that. I'm recording this on Sunday night, so he's not tweeted yet an update for Matchday 6. So what I've done is I've blocked out the Matchday 5, and we've just gone onwards from there, because even though there might be some slight changes to some of the team strengths, etc., I think we know a rough lay of the land, and not much has changed. Like, I don't expect when they get re-released the odds to change too much. So what we've got here is predicted goals. A couple teams that stand out to me as the top ones. Barcelona, Juventus, Villarreal, and Dortmund. Those 3 teams probably stick out to me because I don't have a massive load of ownership of their players in my team. And obviously, they're looking good for projected goals. In terms of clean sheet odds, Arsenal are always there or thereabouts. Juventus are there too this week. And Olympiacos as well interests me. Tottenham, not necessarily sure I can massively back them. And to be fair, Villarreal have decent clean sheet odds for the next couple of games as well. Yeah, that's probably the main sort of teams worth talking about, isn't it? Just go back to my team then. So we said, potential to get rid of Esposito. Not too happy with my front 3. Midfield is okay. Çalhanoğlu against Liverpool, I guess you could do worse, but I'm not massively excited about the prospect of owning him. And then, of course, we've got 3 injured defenders. So as things stand, this is where I'm thinking of going with the team. And I'm not saying this is absolutely locked in yet. I'll do a post on YouTube on Twitter of my final team. I don't mind taking a hit in this game. I think I've scored so many points from my players in this game that I don't actually mind taking a hit. And it's week by week, isn't it, the way that it's played. I think of teams that I want to bring in. We saw that Juventus have good goal odds alongside Dortmund. The top team is Barcelona this week. I've already got Lamine Yamal, and I don't have an easy route to get Rafinha, who I think is the other Barcelona option. Rashford's obviously in the fray, but you've got Ferran Torres, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal. Can't exactly put my finger on who's going to play week in, week out for Barcelona, except for the fact I think Yamal and Rafinha should start. So with that in mind, yes, I could bring in a Barcelona attacker, but I'm not necessarily sure who's going to play, whereas I'm pretty sure that Guirassy is going to play for Dortmund. Usually when I record these videos, someone lets me know as soon as they come out that the players I'm planning to bring in are injured. But I think this is probably the way to go with it. Yildiz, I think he's probably the best Juventus attacker in the game. The only worry about bringing him in is that the goal for the fixture against Paphos, it's just a question of whether he's going to be rested for that game, and Juventus use it as an opportunity for some rotation. And then my 3 injured defenders, the one I least want in my team is probably Dean Howson. I think he's probably the most disposable. I'm not really trusting of Real Madrid defensively. I think Dumfries is a great asset in the game when he's fit, and I think there's a chance that Saliba could be back for the Bruges game. So I think the one to take out of the 3 to get one in, I think I do need to make a defender move, was Dean Howson, and I'm going to bring in Timber. So at the moment, I'm looking at taking a hit, a -4, and I still have a bit of money in the bank. I'll make these 3 transfers, so that will be Esposito for Guirassy, Çalhanoğlu for Yildiz, and Dean Howson for Timber. But the more I think about it, the more and a slight bit of doubt I have about taking out Çalhanoğlu. I think that's the right move at the moment. As things go on, we'll get some news, I guess, over the week. I'll check all the predicted lineup tweets and stuff and see if anything changes. But for right now, I think that's going to be my team. All right, then. Well, that is the end of the video. It was a quick one today, but ultimately, it's a weird one, isn't it? And I'm probably going to sound bad for saying this because I am a fantasy football YouTuber, but I'm making an effort not to invest too much time and mental energy into the UEFA Champions League fantasy game, and it's paid off for me so far. I'm not thinking too deeply about my decisions or overthinking things. I'm trusting the model in my gut feel of how teams match up against one another and how players will get on. It seems to have paid off so far. It's not that I'm being lazy with it, I'm just deliberately not investing too much mentally into it, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Let me know if those transfers make sense. I think if all of these players start, they are the best moves that I can make. But I am, certainly with Yildiz, wondering if Juventus fancy a little bit of rotation. If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, leave a like rating. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the Golden Goal channel. Should be just there on your screen. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.